Mark Twain once said, 20 years from now, you're more likely to be disappointed by those opportunities you didn't take advantage of. So hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Asking you what's stopping you and encouraging you to start this entrepreneurial journey. And here today, we'll be going into a bit more detail about what it takes to set up a new business. Because the ecosystem within your business industry would also affect your business. We're going to be using the SWOT analysis tool. We're going to be applying it to your business. Please grab a piece of paper and a pen or open up your notes on your iPhone and just answer these questions. So we all know what SWOT means: strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Taking the strength and also your business idea. So what are those things that you offer that your competitors are not? So sometimes we call this a USP, so unique selling points. What is that one thing that you offer that your competitors don't, or which they offer but you know you can deliver better? So last night I was actually watching a video on YouTube of a woman who made $10 million from a $5 investment. And what does she sell? She sells cakes. When she started this business, she was motivated by the fact that she was in debt and she only had $5 to her name. She said it took her 2 years before she sold her first product. Obviously, I know you guys don't have that time, but I just want to take you through her journey. So first, she couldn't even bake, so she had to teach herself and learn how to bake. And then after she did that, what she then did is she approached people in front of her house to ask them to test the cake and also to give her feedback on whether her business idea was great. Because bear in mind, cupcake, there's nothing unique about it, right? A lot of people make cakes, but hers was different because she looked into the area where she was, so location. She found out that she would be the only one doing that. And because she's a local girl, she felt that, or she believed that people would support the business. And another thing to note as well is that when you have your business idea, there will be people around you who might think this may not work. And if we look now, I know it's difficult to see that, but if you can imagine computers, tables, aeroplanes, when there were visions in the founders or creators' minds, people didn't believe them either. So when she started this cake business, people were looking at her thinking, you're not going to succeed, you know. That poor girl. And actually some people were giving her money just to support her, not to buy any cakes, but to support her because they believed that she would fail. Anyway, fast forward 15 years now, she is very successful. But one thing, like I said, she did is that she tested the product before going out to actually start a business. And there's some different things she did to stand out from the competition. One is she had a van, and on that van she had something around joy. So it meant that she was passionate about what she did. And this also was part of her marketing. So it's about her passion and also her marketing. So in your business, what is it that you can do differently from others? Look at your business. It could be your customer service. It could be your packaging. I went to an event a few years ago where this guy was packaging chin chin, and it was in a box, so in a bag and in a little box, and it made it stand out. And this is one of the things you need to be looking at. How does your product differ? Is it your personality? Is it the way it's packaged? Is it the way you deal with your customers? Is it your pricing? Is it your colors? So make sure you have something that differentiates you from your competitors. When you look at the strengths, we're looking at two parts: the business and yourself. What do people say about you that you do so well? Is it the ability to communicate? Is it your ability to see the future? My skill is to be able to help people see the future, see exactly where they can take their business to from inception to right to the end. So I can just see I've got that gift, right? So that's my strength. So what's yours? And now we're going to look at your weaknesses. What is it your competitors do better than you? You might be thinking that this is not a good thing, but it is. Being able to identify your weaknesses before others do is important. So if you think customer service is one of your weaknesses and you think your competitors do better, what can you do to change that? Can you bring somebody on board? Can you learn? It might be a skill that you need to learn. It could be organization. Maybe you're great at doing many things, but you're not organized, you're not focused. How can you make that better? So identify that weakness. And now we come to opportunities. So what opportunities are out there that your business can exploit? Right now, sometimes some of us go into a situation, another country, another environment, and we see problems, and that's okay. But sometimes those problems could actually be opportunities for you to grow a business. How many times have we gone on holiday and seen something and thought, yeah, this would work nice in the UK, Nigeria, or wherever it is you're from, but then we get back home and we do nothing? Well, some people do something. Hummingbird, the founder of this bakery, they do amazing cakes in the UK. Their idea came from going on holiday. They saw it in America and thought, you know what, we want to bring it to the UK. And there's so many examples like that. There's Yo Sushi, same thing. Founder of the bubble teas. A lot of the bubble teas we see in the UK now were brought here because of those who are traveled. So what is it that you think you might be able to bring in from your travels? So those are opportunities. So when you say a problem, there is an opportunity, and so many businesses have been born out of opportunities. And you've heard the saying, necessity is the mother of invention. And you also need to look at the trends. So right now, today, when I'm recording this, is election time in the UK. And with election comes probably a different party, and that means there'll be a change in policies, regulations, and there might be some there that might affect your industry. The number one thing, obviously, are taxes, regulations, restrictions that might affect your business. So you need to be looking ahead to see how these might affect your business or business idea, so you can take necessary steps to mitigate, either reduce or pivot or just do something differently. So we all remember when the pandemic happened, a lot of us had never heard of Zoom, but things quickly changed. And now out of that, we have a lot of businesses that have gone online. We're doing more things digitally now. Make sure you're taking advantage of being online and also the right platforms for your business. And the one way you can do that is research, understand your customers. Who is your ideal customer? Where do they go? Which social media platform are they on? How do they like to consume content? Is it video, short form video? Yeah, a lot of us do short form video now. And if they like short form video, on which platform? TikTok is the number one now. But of course, YouTube Shorts have now taken that over. And then we have Facebook as well. So they also do shorts. But which platform are your customers on? And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Who are you listening to grow your business? Are you listening to the customers? Are you listening to your staff members? So if you're lucky enough to have staff, make sure you listen to them. Listen to your customers. Your customers will be your greatest source of growth, because they will be able to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. So the reviews you get, make sure you respond to them and are doing something about them to grow your business. So we're going to look at threats and how they can affect your business. And we have two types of threats. We have external threats and internal threats. So first, let's look at external threats. The main ones you need to think about are economic ones. And these are rise in interest rates, cost of living crisis. These can affect your business. So this is why it's important to always be looking at trends, what's happening, and see how they can impact your business. Customer spending, technological changes. We all remember the pandemic. When people changed, habits changed. So people who probably were not comfortable with shopping online had no choice but to shop online. So you as a business had to adapt. And also we need to look at new technologies. So for instance, we all have heard about AI. How are you using that in your business? Have you incorporated that in your business? So simple things like having a chatbot on your website, an automated message, so that when people get in touch with you, you are able to respond. Another area you want to be looking at are your competitors. What are they doing? What are they doing? Are you following them closely? The ones we can talk to are the social media platforms. We can see how the changes have happened. So first we had TikTok that was doing the short Reels, and now all the platforms have copied them. And this is what happens in business as well. You need to look at your competitors and adapt what you're doing. So whether that's how you respond to your customers, a lot of businesses now have reviews online. And some of them, unfortunately, which is part of business, have negative reviews. Are you responding to those negative reviews online? Are you just leaving them? Because your customers will come looking, they will see the negative reviews, but as long as you're responding, they would have no problem with that. But if you leave the negative reviews to keep going, then definitely that would affect your business. And of course, because all of us are online, how about cybersecurity threats? Are you doing something to mitigate them if they do happen? Are you making sure that your security for your business and all the data you keep is secure? Because if something were to happen, it would adversely affect your business and also your customers. Do they still like your products? Are they demanding something else? So if you've been watching your competitors, what are they doing differently with their customers? Are you able to incorporate that in your business? Right now, we have a crunch, cost of living crisis. People are spending less money. Is that affecting your business? What we've seen a lot of large businesses doing is reducing the quantity. So for instance, their product might have been 500 grams. Now they've reduced that to 400 grams and kind of try to keep the prices the same. So is that something you can incorporate in your business? So some of the internal ones that might affect your business obviously is finances. If you're not keeping a handle on your finances, that would affect your business. So make sure you get an accountant or at least get a basic software. There's so many apps, software now that you can use to track your finances. And customer services, like I said, if you have poor customer service, that's going to affect your business. And these are things you have control over. So some threats you probably can't, you can only mitigate against them, but some threats you can actually control. Customer service is one, another one is your finances. Next week, we're going to start looking at your business, choosing a name and how important that is. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.